Well, hello, welcome to the channel. Today I want to test a theory. Ever since I've started photography, everybody's always said you need to shoot RAW. Every photography YouTube video, magazines and professionals all say we need to shoot in RAW. But why? So I want to put it to the test today. Do we really need to shoot in RAW, or is JPEG just as good? Certainly on these modern day cameras. I think the only way to test this is actually go out into the field. Catch you in a bit. Well, hello, you join me in a very sunny but very cold Menai. Driving in here today, the car was registered in just 1.5 degrees, so yeah, it is fairly cool, but when that sun's hitting you, it's gorgeous. So I've come out today to test the theory. Do we actually need to shoot RAW, or is it something we're told and we just sort of adhere to? Certainly with the top-end DSLRs and the mirrorless, do we still need to follow that rule of shooting RAW? Well, today I'm going to find out. I'm going to try and get a few shots around this area. I'm going to shoot the first one in RAW, edit it and process it as I normally would, and then shoot the second one in JPEG. So I'm going to look at doing a few varied shots. I'm going to do some long exposures, some really wide shots with the 14 to 24 I've got on the front of the camera at the moment, and also once it starts to get a little bit darker as well, some dusk shots as well. So yeah, hopefully a bit of a mix, and let's understand whether we actually need to shoot RAW or if JPEG's okay. Stood on this hill by the church in Menai is just absolutely glorious. I've got almost 363-degree views around me, and yeah, just catching some sun rays, and the warmth on the side of my face is absolutely so welcoming. Certainly on this cool day. But yeah, I'm just carrying on doing a few more images. I'm just going to nip back to the car. My parking, I only had £1 on me when I got here. It's how much it is. I've just nipped to the shop as well, got some change, so I'm just going to sort the parking out, head back, but I'm going to head round to where the Menai Bridge is and sort of shoot up from there. I think that's going to be the base of today's location. And yeah, I've been here before. I always promised I'd come back here, and because I know this area quite well, I've not really got to think too much about the composition, so I can just focus on what I need to do with regarding to shooting in RAW and onto JPEG as well. And I think that's the challenge at the minute. It's remembering to go from RAW to JPEG on the camera, but I'm sure I'll grasp it by the end of it. So the parking situation is sorted. I've come back down. I'm just going to concentrate on this church, just that thing there. Hopefully to get a little bit of light in it, because we've got dark clouds in the distance as well, so it should make for quite a nice image. Just a quick one here, and then I'll head round towards the bridge. Yeah, it's lovely. So I've moved down to this iconic location now to take a few images with the house. I think it's a house, and then shooting onto the bridge. I'm going to play with a few long exposures whilst I'm down here as well, and just sort of see whether JPEG and RAW are very different with the with long exposure as well. So yeah, watch your space. I'll do those now. I've got to say, it's been an absolute age since I've done long exposure, but I think I've got it all sorted out right. Oh, talk about trial and error, but yeah, I'm just taking a shot now, long exposure shot, probably around about 45 to 60 seconds of the house with the bridge in the distance. So yeah, we'll see what they come out like. So we seem to be getting amazing light everywhere apart from where I want it. So yeah, you can see in the background there the hills are all lit up with beautiful golden light. Yeah, the clouds are starting to turn, but where I want to shoot, it's a little bit dull, a little bit flat. But yeah, I keep forgetting to tell myself that I'm not here for a photo shoot. I'm here to sort of understand the difference between JPEG and RAW, and that's what I'll do. It would just be nice to have a really nice image of a nice sunset of this bridge one day. So I wanted the light, and I've got the light. So I've just spent the last sort of 20 minutes or so just focusing on the on this sort of same area, just as we've got that delicious light breaking through. That seems to have gone now. So I'm going to continue taking a few more images, still shooting in RAW and JPEG, and yeah, just trying to capture this bridge as the sky hopefully turns. Hopefully we'll get some nice golden light coming through in a moment. But yeah, I'm just happy with what I've got so far. Fingers crossed these have turned out well, and yeah, they look good in the back of the camera. So yeah, I'm going to focus now, still getting a few more images, and see what we come to. duck down for cover because the wind's getting quite strong now. So yeah, I'll probably finish off from here, take a few more images once we get a little bit more golden light and we start approaching blue hour, and then I'll rejoin you at home in the next couple of days once I've gone through the images and yeah, see what I've got from today. So hopefully they're okay. So I'll catch you from home. See you in a bit. Well, I'm even more confused. When I started this video, I thought it would just be a clear-cut case where RAW is so much better, it gives you a flatter profile where you can manipulate a lot more in Lightroom. And that kind of is the general thought of it, but I've got to say, JPEG isn't that far off. From the beginning, I've always shot in RAW, and I probably will still shoot in RAW, because it does give you a little bit more flexibility when you're actually trying to process images in Lightroom. But JPEG isn't that far off. I was a little bit apprehensive about doing this video because I just thought it would be a clear-cut case, but it really isn't. So what's the benefits of shooting in each of these profiles? Let's have a look at RAW first. It gives you a much larger profile, a flatter image where you can manipulate it as much as you want within your photo processing software. JPEG gives you an image that's around about half the size of the RAW profile. So if your image is going to be 30 megabytes on RAW, it'll be around about 15 on JPEG. I noticed this when I transferred the camera from shooting into RAW into JPEG. I was getting double the amounts of shots available from the same memory card. So JPEG gives you a much smaller image, more room on your memory card, and the camera kind of does a little bit of processing itself. On the flip side of that, you've got less to do in photo processing when you get home. So I think if you're in a hurry, you haven't got the file size on your SD card, or you're not very good at processing images, JPEG is probably better for you. So the downsides are kind of already explained. So the RAW image, you get a much bigger file, which uses a lot more, not only space on your computer, but your SD card as well. You've then also got to process images through Lightroom, and if so, Photoshop as well. And then to post anything on social media, it needs to be converted down to a JPEG image anyway. So there is a lot of time, a lot of technique, a lot of processing to get the final image. The downside of JPEG, the file isn't as big and it's already processed. You're relying on the camera to have already kind of processed that image for you. So it's near impossible to put your own unique style on that image. So going forward, what profile will I use? Well, I think I will always stick to RAW. It is that much better. Not massively, but just enough. Now, I'm a strong believer to make sure that your images are unique to other photographers. And I think one of the ways to do that is actually through your processing. I believe that 60% of it is out in the field, trying to get those unique shots. And then 40%, between 40 and 30% is actually processing the images through Lightroom to the way that you like them. I think programs like Lightroom and Photoshop really give you that edge to be able to make your image look unique, to give it your own personal style. But if you're in a pinch, you're running out of SD card and you're in a hurry, I think JPEG, there's nothing wrong with it. So I challenge you all out there to go out and actually shoot one of your shoots in JPEG. See if it actually makes a massive difference and if it speeds up your processing. It'll be interesting to hear. Also let me know in the comments whether you actually shoot on RAW or JPEG. Is JPEG something that you've always adapted to, or is RAW just the way forward and you will never change from it? So with that in mind, it's probably time to finish this video here. I hope you've managed to take something away from this. It's been great fun actually making it, and it's kind of opened my eyes a little bit to which is actually better. And like I say, RAW is here, JPEG is here. They're not that far away. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It'd be great to have you on board of the channel. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me the old thumbs up. So from Menai yesterday, Warrington today, it's time to finish this video here. All the best, take care. The next video out very, very soon. Bye bye now.